September 24, 2025, began as an ordinary day in Dallas, Texas, with the city waking up to the promise of a new morning. People went about their routines, unaware that the day would soon take a devastating turn. By afternoon, the city's sense of normalcy was shattered by a shocking act of violence at a federal immigration facility, sending shockwaves through the community and beyond. A sniper, driven by deep-seated hatred for federal law enforcement, targeted a van transporting detainees. In a matter of moments, chaos erupted, and heartbreak swept through the scene. The attack left 2 detainees dead at the scene, their lives cut short in an instant, and another person seriously injured, innocent individuals caught in the crossfire of a senseless act. Emergency responders rushed to help, but the damage had already been done. The tragedy exposed the vulnerability of those within the system, and the unpredictable dangers they face. The city of Dallas was left reeling, its residents grappling with fear, anger, and sorrow. The attack forced a painful reckoning with the consequences of violent extremism. For the families of the victims, it marked the beginning of unimaginable grief and loss, as they struggled to make sense of a tragedy that changed their lives forever. This event became a stark and painful chapter in the ongoing national conversation about immigration, security, and the devastating human cost of hate-fueled violence. Miguel Angel Garcia Hernandez, just 32 years old, was one of the victims whose story often goes untold. He was an undocumented immigrant, a devoted husband, and a loving father of 4 children, with a 5th child soon to join their growing family. Miguel and his wife Stephanie worked hard to build a life for their children, always putting family first. His life in the United States was shaped by both deep family devotion and the daily struggles faced by many undocumented immigrants. Uncertainty, fear, and the constant hope for a better future. Recent legal troubles had led to his detention, placing him at the ICE facility on that fateful day. Like many, he hoped for a second chance, but instead found himself caught in a tragic situation. Despite the many challenges he faced, Miguel's family remembers him as a gentle, hard-working father who did everything he could to provide for his children and keep them safe. After the attack, Miguel fought bravely for his life, but despite the efforts of medical staff, he ultimately succumbed to his injuries, leaving a void that can never be filled. His death left his wife Stephanie to raise their children alone, deepening the tragedy and forever altering the course of their lives. Miguel's story is a powerful reminder that behind every statistic is a real person, and a family forever changed by loss and heartbreak. The attack struck without warning as ICE officers transferred detainees from a van into the Dallas facility, a process that had always seemed routine and secure. The morning air was tense, but no one expected violence to erupt so suddenly. Norlan Guzman Fuentes, 37, from El Salvador, was killed instantly in the hail of gunfire. Miguel, another detainee, was critically wounded and rushed to the hospital, his fate uncertain in those frantic moments. José Andrés Bordones Molina, though injured, managed to survive the ordeal, his life forever changed by the violence he witnessed and endured. The sniper, Joshua John, fired from a concealed position high above, turning what should have been a routine transfer into a scene of chaos and terror. Officers scrambled for cover, unsure where the next shot would come from. John's use of a high-powered sniper rifle and armor-piercing rounds revealed chilling preparation and intent. He had planned the attack meticulously, leaving little chance for anyone to react in time. After the assault, John took his own life before police could apprehend him, leaving behind a trail of devastation and unanswered questions. Investigators were left to unravel his motives and piece together the events that led to this tragedy. The attack exposed critical vulnerabilities in detainee transport procedures, and forced a nationwide review of security protocols at similar facilities, as officials scrambled to prevent such a tragedy from happening again. For survivors and families, the trauma of that day remains an unhealed wound, a painful memory that continues to shape their lives and the community's sense of safety. Joshua John, 29, acted alone, driven by a deep hatred for ICE and federal law enforcement. The FBI found evidence of meticulous planning. John tracked ICE agents, researched federal facilities, and left a note aiming to instill terror. Ammunition engraved with anti-ICE messages and a chilling manifesto revealed his intent: psychological warfare against federal agents. John's online activity, including searches for other acts of political violence, underscored his radicalization. Though his bullets struck detainees, his goal was clear: terrorize federal agents and make a violent statement. The investigation confirmed this was a calculated act of domestic terrorism. In the aftermath, Dallas mourned the loss of Miguel and Norlin, their families left shattered. Vigils and community gatherings honored the victims, emphasizing their humanity beyond headlines. The tragedy sparked calls for compassion and a re-evaluation of divisive rhetoric. Law enforcement condemned the attack and reviewed security measures to prevent future violence. For the Goffany family, community support offered some comfort, but could not fill the void left behind. The deaths of Miguel and Norlin stand as a somber warning about the dangers of hate-fueled extremism. Their stories are now part of Dallas's history, a painful reminder of lives lost to senseless violence.